Hi everyone, it's Charlene from Soul Sensibility here, and I just thought I'd come on this morning to talk about Lye Excess of 5 to 10%, specifically more relaxers and relaxing your hair. Now, I don't know if a lot of you probably don't even know or even care about it, but my hair is natural, which means that it's not chemically processed. There's no chemical process in my hair, so this is how it grows out of my head, and I don't process it. A lot of black women, however, do process their hair. They use relaxers, and just doing research as a soap maker and researching the use of lye and what lye is used for, and all of that. It led me to watch Chris Rock's movie Good Hair, and I like that. Is kind of funny, but in watching that, it got me thinking as a soap maker and using lye that when we use lye, we use a lot of precautions. We wear our goggles, we make sure we wear our goggles, we put our gloves on. Some people have that face mask protector. We take precautions. We're very careful. You understand that lye is a corrosive material. It will burn your skin, and we're cautious when we use lye in our soap making. A lot of times in soap making, we'll do a 5 to 10 to 15 to 20% super fat, so that we make sure that there is no excess lye in our product. I mean, I run all my recipes through a lye calculator, just to make sure. So you put a lye calculator. I use a 5% lye discount to begin with, and then I super fat. So I mean, you take a lot of precautions when using lye. So in my research, I started to research lye, and led me to really research relaxers. Most relaxers have a pH of 13, which is very alkaline, and lye in itself has a pH of 13 plus. So when you think about relaxers is usually a cream. Well, it is. It's a cream product that you put on your hair, leave on for about 15 to 20 minutes to ensure that your hair gets straightened, and then you wash it out. Once you wash it out, you use a neutralizing shampoo or use a neutralizing product to neutralize the lye in your hair, kind of like when you're making liquid soap. And I remember long years ago, maybe 20 years ago, they came out with the pink neutralizer. So you wash your hair, and the suds were pink, and then when there's no more lye or no more relaxer in your hair, then the suds should be white. And as a liquid soap maker and using phenolphthalein to test the lye excess in your liquid soap and your paste, got me thinking. I remember using it, and the suds were pink, and how cool that was, when really it's not. It's telling you how much excess lye is in your hair. I just thought that it was funny. So, for those of you who don't know, what you do with the relaxer is you put it in your hair, straightens your hair. It's very, very lye heavy. When in doing my research, most relaxers, has a lye excess of 5 to 10%. So when you think about that, right? If you're in soap world terms, if you're making soap, you wouldn't want an excess lye in your bar at 5 to 10% after the saponification process was finished. You want to make sure that there's excess oil, not lye. So think about a cream product. Think about having a product that's a cream that you're putting on your children's hair. People put on there. We even have kitty perm, which is made for children. You put these products on your children's hair, and there's an excess of 5 to 10% lye on there. I remember being a teenager and buying the kits at Shoppers Drug Mart. In Canada, we have Shoppers Drug Mart, which is a drugstore. You can buy relaxers at Walmart, at any kind of I guess in the store. It'd probably be Target in the States, that's equivalent maybe. But you can buy it at any. And I heard in the UK they have Boots, which I guess is a drugstore, so it'd probably be similar. You can buy hair relaxers in any of those types of stores. So you buy this relaxer, you take it home, you mix the two components together, stir it up with a stick. You're supposed to wear your gloves. You put it on your hair. You're not supposed to get it on your scalp, because there's an excess lye in there. You don't want to get it on your scalp. But and then you rinse it off, and then you neutralize it. So you can do this at home. And I remember, doing that at home. And I remember, your hair, your scalp burning, and you're like, oh my God, okay, 5 more minutes or 2 more minutes or however long, just to keep it on, so you make sure your hair is straight, or as straight as possible. and then you wash it out. And you think about these little girls, you're putting excess lye on their hair, and they're 4 and 5 years old, and sometimes people put it on even younger. And I remember, like, there's like a ritual when you're going to do that. Sometimes you oil your scalp, you might put Vaseline on your scalp to protect it from the lye, so that the lye is not touching your raw scalp. But a lot of people have gotten chemical burns from having lye on their scalp. I mean, and I probably still have some scars on different parts of my scalp. I remember having like big scabs after I've done my hair where the lye's been on my scalp too long. And I remember you think, okay, you can't wash your hair before you go, because then it's going to leave your scalp is going to be too raw from the rubbing to put the relaxer on it. And I think about, as a soap maker, if I made soap with 5 to 10% excess lye in it, people would sue me. I mean, it would burn their skin. So we go out as black women. I mean, in the States, I guess you guys say African American, but here it's just black. So as black women, we go to the store, we buy a relaxer, or we go to the hairdresser and we put a relaxer on our hair, and you're purposely putting something on your hair that you know is going to burn you. I mean, sometimes it doesn't burn, and if you're careful and your hairdresser is good, it doesn't burn. But the chances are you're taking a risk. You're taking a chance that you're going to get a chemical burn, and it's legal. And I'm not. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying relaxing is wrong, and I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying the facts as a soap maker and understanding lye, or at least I think I understand lye. And as a soap maker and using lye on a regular basis and being very, very precautious when I do that, just got me thinking about buying lye over the counter, like relaxers. It's basically lye in a cream base, right? At 5 to 10% excess. So it got me thinking about that and buying that over the counter and using that in my hair. Now I'm a little bit biased because I do believe in using the most natural products possible. I do believe in having my natural hair and being healthy. I'm a vegan. I don't know if I'm a vegan. I guess I'm an intuitive eater. I don't eat meat, but I will eat fish and on occasion, and sometimes egg whites. Depends, right? But for the most part, I try to eat as minimal flesh as possible. I try to eat mostly fruits and vegetables, and raw if I can, and organic. And I'm very cautious about what I put into my body, what I do put on my skin, what I put in my hair. So it just got me thinking about all these people. Like, it's a multi-billion-dollar industry, the black hair industry. A lot of big name brand companies make relaxers for African American hair, black hair. And some Caucasians use relaxers if their hair is more coarse or curly and kinky, but it's mostly African American product. Mostly the ones that are in Canada come from the States. Um, and this product is out there, and people buy it willingly, knowingly that it's going to burn them or could possibly burn them. You put it on their children, and it burns your child's scalp to get straight hair. And I don't know how I feel about that in general. I don't think it's a bad thing, because I think you can have healthy hair that's relaxed hair if you take care of your hair, and you take care of your scalp. Um, there's been some studies lately that link the use of relaxers to having fibroids, and also some Alzheimer's and cancer-causing agents. So there is that link. I mean, I'm not saying that I'm proficient in that. I don't know a lot about that, so I can't really say if that's true or not. But they have made some correlation to that. So, and I'm not even pushing people to wear their hair natural, but I just thought it was interesting. I thought the whole chemical process of relaxing your hair with excess lye, 5 to 10%, depending on you use mild, regular, or super relaxer, will tell you how much lye is in it. Most relaxers have lye. Some have switched to a different chemical. It's still an alkaline chemical nonetheless that will burn your scalp. So at the end of the day, it's still the same strong chemical compounds. I know a hairdresser who now has respiratory problems from being a hairdresser and using relaxers and using products on people's hair. He's now switched to mostly natural products and will do natural hair. Um, However, the damage is already done. So I don't know. I think about, propaganda, and yeah, people want the silky straight hair, and it does work, and your hair looks super straight and nice, when you get it done. But at what cost? So if any soap makers are out there who use relaxer, or even if you don't, what do you think about a product that has a 5 to 10% lye excess that you can buy over the counter at a drugstore? I mean, what do you think about that? So, I don't know, feel free to comment, weigh in on what you think. I just thought I'd talk about that this morning because it was on my mind. And, I'm doing a natural hair show coming in November, well, info session, just to talk about my products for natural hair and other products for natural hair and how to take care of your natural hair. So I'm doing that, so it got me thinking about lye. And as a soap maker, I use lye to make soap. I can explain the saponification process and why there shouldn't be any lye at the end of the day after you've cured your soaps and all of that. So I understand that, but with relaxers, you're not using an oil excess. You're using a lye excess, and there is raw lye in the product at the end of the day. At the end of when the product is ready for use, there needs to be a lye excess in there. So, I thought about that and thought about the phenolphthalein and the neutralizing agents and all that, what we use when we're making, liquid soap, and how that process is similar to relaxing your hair. So, I thought I'd weigh in, and if anybody else wants to weigh in, feel free. So, just my ramblings. Thanks for watching. Peace.